Welcome back to TSC Connect. This is a 10-minute yoga mini flow that incorporates the scoliosis-friendly modification of the bow pose. If you haven't already, watch our explainer video in part 1, which breaks down this pose in detail. Enjoy!
From your seated pose, make your way to a tabletop position. Let's work on our single leg and arm extension. Ensure your wrists are stacked under your shoulders and have your knees about hip distance apart. Focus on your breath and lengthen evenly through all 4 sides of your waist. Activate your core by drawing your navel in towards your spine. Inhale, and as you exhale, extend your right foot out behind you while keeping your raised foot flexed with your toes pointing down to the mat. Just imagine that you are pressing a wall behind you with your foot. Steady your breath, keep your core engaged, and extend your left arm out in front of you with your palm facing to the right. Keep your fingers active and spread. Inhale, lower your arm and lower your leg. Now let's do the same on the other side. Set your foundation, take a nice big inhale, and as you exhale, extend your left foot back and extend your right arm out in front of you. Keep your core engaged and ensure your neck is neutral to your spine. Inhale, lower your leg and lower your arm. Come back to a neutral spine, steady your breath, and we'll set our foundations for our downward dog. Step both of your feet back into a high plank. Have your wrists stacked under your shoulders, squeeze your glutes and activate your core. Take a nice big inhale, and as you exhale, push firmly through the palms of your hands and press back into your downward dog. We're going to hold here for 4 breaths. In your downward dog, activate your core by drawing your navel in towards your spine. To lengthen your spine, think about pressing your inner thighs to the back of the room as you root your sitting bones up towards the ceiling. You can also choose to pedal your legs to deepen the stretch of your calf muscles and your hamstrings. Steady your gaze forward, take a nice big inhale, and step, hop or walk towards the front of the mat. Inhale, take a halfway lift and lengthen. Press your palms into your thighs. Exhale, hinge from the hips as you forward fold. Lengthen your spine. Let your arms hang in front of you. Inhale, root to rise. Reach your arms up overhead. And exhale, slowly release your arms down by your side into your mountain pose. Let's move into our sun salutation with Surya B. Start in your mountain pose with your feet about hip distance apart. Inhale and lift your arms next to your ears, stretching them straight and parallel with your wrists and fingers long. Keep your shoulders down and spine neutral. Exhale as you bend your knees, keeping your thighs and knees parallel. Lean your torso forward to create a right angle with the tops of your thighs in your chair pose. Hold for 3 breaths in your chair pose. Take a nice big inhale and exhale as you forward fold. Inhale to a halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, lower all the way and step back into your high plank with high knees or low knees. Inhale to your baby cobra. And exhale, push back to your downward dog. Hold for 3 breaths. Steady your gaze forward, take a nice big inhale and step, hop or walk towards the front of your mat. Inhale to a halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale as you forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, reach up nice and tall. And exhale, slowly lower your arms into your mountain pose. Let's take a wide-legged forward fold. Bring your feet out past the width of your shoulders and have your toes pointing forward. Place your hands on your hips and slowly begin to hinge from the hips into a wide-legged forward fold. Keeping your spine nice and long, lower your fingertips to the mat. Begin to walk your fingertips over to your right foot. Spin your right foot and your back foot so that they face the right side of the room. Lower your back knee, untuck your toes, sweep your arms out in front of you while you hinge your torso forward to keep your belt in line with your bowl. Hold for 3 breaths in your low runner's lunge. Lower your hands to frame your foot and lift your back knee. Walk your hands back to center and spin your feet back to center. Pause here for a moment and then begin to walk your hands over to your left foot. Spin your feet so that they are facing the left side of the room and take your low runner's lunge here for 3 breaths. Release your arms to frame your foot, lift your back knee and walk your hands back to center and slowly make your way to a standing position. From your standing position, make your way into a high plank with high knees or low knees. Slowly lower all the way to the mat, drop your shoulders forward and rest your forehead on the mat. Today we're going to focus on our scoliosis modified bow pose. Firstly, make sure that your core is engaged. Think about broadening through your collarbones as you roll your shoulders back. Extend your arms out behind you and lift your forehead slightly off the mat. Activate your hamstrings to bring your heels closer to your bum. If you feel you are unable to extend your arms back any further, stay here for your chest opening. To feel a gentle stretch on your quads, reach back and grab your ankles. To deepen your quad stretch, press your ankles more into the back of your hands and avoid overarching into your lower back. Ensure to keep your neck neutral to your spine and hold here for 3 breaths. As you exhale, slowly release, lower your legs and slowly make your way onto your back. Grab one of your yoga blocks. Place your yoga block on the right side by your knees. Shift your pelvis ever so slightly to the left side of your mat. Lower your knees down onto your yoga block and reach your arms out into a T position or a cactus position, whatever feels comfortable for you. You can steady your gaze up towards the ceiling, or if you want to release any tension throughout your neck, steady your gaze to the left side of the room, the opposite direction to where your knees are facing. Hold for 4 breaths here. Take a nice big inhale, and as you exhale, make your way back to the center of the mat. Grab your yoga block and this time place it on the opposite side, on the left side by your knees. Shift your pelvis ever so slightly to the right edge of your mat and slowly lower your knees onto your yoga block. Again, you can steady your gaze up towards the ceiling, or again, to release any tension throughout your neck, steady your gaze to the right side of the room this time, again opposite to where your knees are facing. Hold for 4 breaths. And when you're ready, you can move your yoga block out of the way, make your way back to the center of the mat. You can take one final stretch of your choice, whether it's having your legs up in waterfall, you can put them together in butterfly, or you can just take one long stretch by stretching your legs out in front of you and your arms out behind you. And when you're ready, we'll make our way to our final resting spot in Savasana, and we'll be still here for the next few moments while we bring some steadiness and awareness to our breath and surroundings. you can slowly begin to bring some awareness and steadiness back into your breath. You might want to bring some movements into your hands. You can wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. When you're ready, you can slowly begin to make your way into a seated position that feels comfortable for you. Bring your hands into your heart center, bow your chin into your heart. I thank you for joining me in today's practice. Namaste.